goodbye sign. This massive, massive deck, I want to use the Star-Toons telling cards. The answer always lies in the stars. I feel like there's this huge connection to like the stardust within you, that magic within you, that little secret part of yourself. So I want to use these cards to give us the tone of where this tower is going to hit, where you're going to feel it the most. Possibly what energy is going to be inspired from it. And then you'll know how that relates to you. Okay? There we go. All right, let's start with Aries. Aries born in March. I'm going to pull 2 star cards. And then I'm going to pull some tarot, okay? So Aries born in March. Woo. There we go. All right, let's get the story. Aries born in March. Jupiter in Taurus. Right now it's Taurus season, by the way. Jupiter in Taurus. Patience. A time to beware of too many indulgences right now. Okay? You also have Mars in Gemini. Communication. Make sure you do your homework before you speak out. So this is a lot. Like, don't be overindulgent. Don't go overboard right now. Let's see. Queen of Swords. 4 of Cups. 5 of Pentacles again. So if you're going over the top, possibly you've had like a hard edge to you, and now you feel like you're missing out. Something you missed out on because you had to stand your ground, and now you feel like you're out in the cold in it. Whether that's job, whether that's relationship, that's kind of the story that's reflecting here. So with this tower, if you're telling yourself like, oh, I was so rude, they'll never take me back, and you know, because that one time you were like mean to someone and you're never that way, that's a shadow side of yourself where you're like, I'm a bad person because I stood up, where really maybe you should have been standing up, and now you're like, they'll never speak to me again. You need to investigate that part of yourself, because there's 2 people in that situation, right? It's not all on you. Why did you even react that way? Why do you think it's wrong to speak up for yourself? Was that too indulgent? Yeah. Make sure you do that inventory before you reach out. Aries born in April. Okay. Aries born in April. Okay, we have Justice reversed, we have Strength reversed, and we have the 4 of Cups. So do you not feel okay to be yourself, to be emotionally strong? Service. You have Saturn in Virgo. Service could be that you're working too hard. Time to take a break. Can also be overthinking, right? And Uranus in Cancer. Sensitivity. This is not a time to let insecurities affect your natural instinct. Okay? So your natural instinct would be that Strength card. Do you not trust your natural instinct? Yeah, once again, what are you dreaming of? What do you wish you had? What do you feel like possibly you lost out on or missed because you didn't act with your strongest character? You maybe acted how you thought you should and not how you truly felt. All right, let's do Taurus in April. Taurus in April. Ooh, didn't want to shuffle. Did not want to shuffle. Taurus in April. All right. For the stars, Taurus in April, you have Mars in Cancer. Your soul need sensitivity. If you act, protect those raw feelings before you do. Yeah, before you do so. If you act, protect those raw feelings before you do so. Ooh, lesson in vulnerability, right? Uranus in Scorpio. Scorpio moon, right? Intensity. Not a time to let dark emotions cloud your better judgment. Okay, so this is clearly speaking of those deep feelings, right? If you don't like to be vulnerable, maybe you stay quiet. Just remember to protect those raw feelings, your true feelings. You might be picking up on something that it is, you do need to protect yourself. But that doesn't mean don't express yourself and don't be vulnerable. Just protect yourself. Tell yourself, you know what? I stand up for my feelings first. Something like that. Yeah. And any kind of dark emotion, fear, anger, jealousy, anything like that, don't let it cloud your judgment. Facts are facts. So in a situation where possibly there was meddling, it wasn't love, some kind of true love, some kind of self-love was interrupted by outsiders, or maybe where you did not celebrate yourself, it stopped you from being passionate about something and taking a venture, like an adventure, taking the path that you wanted to take. This is like what other people made you think. Like you said, oh, I'm going to be a veterinarian. And everyone was like, oh my gosh, really? You want to watch animals die? And you're like, oh, no, I didn't mean that. Like that kind of energy. But this could be in a relationship, in a career, anything like that. But anything, search those emotions and protect your feelings. Protecting your feelings means stand up for your own feelings. Right or wrong, they're yours. Okay, let me just shuffle these a bit. There we go. Taurus in May. Taurus in May. Okay, one more. Taurus in May. Full moon. Ooh, okay, Taurus in May. Put this here. Okay. Venus in Aries. Fearlessness. Not a time for the faint-hearted when it comes to love. Mars in Libra. Your soul needs diplomacy. Balance is the main message for your actions right now. Okay, so you're feeling something intense and you're not afraid to feel it, but make sure you come out balanced. Maybe look at the other perspective, how someone else might be seeing it before you act. So then you can come balanced, like at their tone, at their intensity, or something like that. But don't be afraid to follow your heart, right? Don't be afraid of that. So you get the High Priestess, you get the Eight of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. So you have now gotten a ton of clarity. This moon is going to bring you a ton of clarity of a self-imposed prison you put yourself in that burdened you. Okay? Like, oh, I'm 40, so I can't have kids. Well, you might need to use like some assistance or something, but it doesn't mean you can't, right? You can adopt, you can do lots of things. But if you're just like, that's a self-imposed prison, like you just somehow get this belief and that's what it is. So this moon is talking about things that you have shoved down deep inside. So what belief were you buying into about yourself but you know better. Your higher self is like speaking to you, and you just have that knowledge that this is a total lie and it's burdened you for a long time, and you're ready to release that, because she helps things grow. She helps things come to the light. She brings things from your spiritual side into the physical world. Okay? And she might have a lot of secrets. So you might have secrets, but perhaps you have a secret that has burdened you and made you feel something, and other people never understood why. But it's time to examine that and let it stop being a burden. All right, Gemini and me. Oh, those came out together. Gemini in May, and let's get you 2 cards. Oh, I said 2, but we won 3, and 3 came out. Okay, Gemini, your message is like, I'm here. You get Jupiter in Aquarius. Individuality, unique vision is best shared with those who do not have it. Where can you shine some light for some other people? Help them see something a way they didn't see it before. Sun in Scorpio. Intensity, you could be a little intense when trying to convince others. All right, so this is clearly you communicating to others, right? This is that visionary type energy, but you might be coming across a little strong. Is there something that you need to examine about that, like a shadow side of that you need to examine? Because that's where this moon is going to hit. If people are like, you're so intense and no one will listen to you, is there something about that? Okay, King of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, and King of Swords. So this is balancing out between the mind and the heart, between the emotions and the thoughts. This is an extremely balanced king. This is an extremely convincing, charismatic type of person. But they're not in balance. So where do you need to balance your heart, your emotions, and your thoughts and your diplomacy? Where does that need to get checked? This moon is hitting on that, like the balance between the two. Are they mature? Do they kind of trigger each other? Possibly. Is there something about either one of these king energies that you have pushed down and you don't act from, or you act from the shadow side of it? So are you really emotionally unstable, aggressive, bratty, narcissistic? Is there something around that? That would be the shadow side of these kings. But you clearly have your own way of thinking about it. Possibly a way that others could benefit from. Okay, Gemini in June. Gemini in June. Okay, you get 4. Gemini in June. You have Venus in Scorpio, intensity. If you truly love someone, be prepared to set them free. Interesting. Venus in Virgo. So you have a double Venus, okay? Service. Don't be shy. Time to share your feelings in thoughtful ways. Emphasis on the word thoughtful. So are you needing to separate because it might be the healthiest thing? Are you needing to let go of someone from the past? This is the 5 of Wands. Is there a lot of, let's see, Emperor, 3 of Swords, and Strength. Okay, this is rising above heartbreak. This is rising above third party. This is rising above maybe someone brings the worst out of you. And you need to figure out that trigger. That's what the full moon is coming on. Like, have you become someone that you don't want to be and it hurts people? Have you allowed yourself to stay in situations where it's just very unhealthy, bringing the worst out of each other, and it hurts everyone? It's time to grow from that. It's time to level up in your emotions around that. You need to find out why you can't stand in your strength and you go to these dark feelings. or these dark places, or allow that stuff around you, because it's very hurtful, either to you or you to other people. Yeah, thoughtful ways. If you truly love someone, be prepared to set them free. It's an interesting combo. Okay, let's see. Cancer in July. Okay, Cancer in July. Cancer in July. Let's get the story. Cancer in July. Okay. We had one flipper, which we never take, but I shouldn't say never, but we don't in general. Cancer in July. Mercury in Sagittarius. Truthfulness. Speak the truth you know, not the truth you don't know. So that means even if you're right, you're wrong, because that's the truth to you, right? Intensity. Not a time to let dark emotions cloud your better judgment. Okay, Uranus in Scorpio. It's Scorpio right now. All right, Cancers in July. Speaking your truth about relationships, speaking your truth about sorrow, about pain, about what you've learned, what you've been unable to learn about a relationship, where you're clouded, where you're not truthful to yourself about a relationship. And this is like a love relationship. Possibly admitting that you're still in pain about it. You haven't been able to heal. You haven't taken the time to heal. Somewhere around that, this tower is going to kind of attack that weak spot so you can resolve it. It's about you being in relationships, being able to be vulnerable, being able to accept your pain, or to get over it, right? To move past. Maybe you've just been stuck and then functioning from that dark space for a little while. But the truth you know, speak the truth you know, not the truth you don't know. So don't speak other people's truths. Speak your own truth. Okay, Leo in July. Little Leos in July. Leos in July. Leos in July. Moving forward, the Chariot. That's nice, Leo. Okay. Moving forward, and what? Have you left something? Okay, let's see. Saturn in Virgo. Your soul's need, service. Could be that you're working too hard. Take time to take a break. Diplomacy. Balance is the main message for your actions right now. All right, little Leos. Or big rowdy Leos. What's up? What's going on? Okay. A new beginning. Karmic wheel. Well, the wheel. And the Chariot. So moving forward, have you moved forward because something was like a karmic situation, just a lesson to be learned, and it did not bring anything to fruition? What came out of it was not what you wanted. You're realizing that now. Time to move forward. Are you willing to move forward? Are you able to move forward? Are you able to identify these things, right? This is really speaking to the message of feeling left out. Time to change. What sparks your interest? What journey do you want to start? So this is kind of becoming about yourself, Leo. And whatever you've been through, it's been a little stagnant, but you need to have the strength to move forward. Could it be that you're working too hard on it and it's time to move forward? Is there no balance? Talk to yourself about that. Or this tower is going to bring it up. And if anything gets brought up for you to examine those areas, examine it, okay? Examine it. All right, Leo in August. Yeah, wow, that was like a full flip. Leo in August. Leo in August. Oh, there's my flipper. Leo in August. 3 cards, please. 1, 2. There we go. Ooh, Leo's in August. Ooh. Wow. Wow. Oh, this is good. This is good. Leo's in August. Pluto's in Aries. Pluto in Aries. Fearlessness. You'll need great courage to break the ties that bind you. That's that devil energy, right? Neptune in Taurus. Patience. Embracing the spiritual will bring you more than earthly riches. Okay? Embrace your spiritual side, or pray, or ask for guidance. You know, however you resonate spiritually, that is going to help you. That's going to help you level up, to break free of the ties that bind you. And that's really cool, because the other Leo, July Leo, they got the Chariot, right? That's moving on. So what are you, and this is crazy because look, you have the Ten of Swords. That's an ending. See this big slayed dragon? He's not getting up. And that's a big scary dragon. Did you take him down? That would be those bonds. 2 of Swords, coming out of denial, just being really open about something and losing this, like, that's a 9 of Swords. That's like fear, that's old wounds, that's anxiety, that's staying up at night. This is total fear. This person is cowering in a corner, and there's all that you can see, that there's all this armed stuff that could hurt them right there in the shadow, right? So something is done. You've killed the dragon. But now you need to like reconcile it with yourself and realize there's nothing to be afraid of. If you feel afraid, it's just because you haven't been there. Remember how I was talking about the tower? Like, it's new territory, so it's a little daunting and afraid, scary. But it's only because it's new. You don't know it yet. But it's where you want to be. You get to create you get to turn it into what you want it to be. You get to make life what you want it to be. You get to change your foundation. That's cool, Leo. All right, Virgo. Virgo's in August. Virgo's in August. Let me shuffle these one more time. They're getting a little wild. Virgo's in August. Virgo's in August. Virgo's in August. 2 for you. Virgo's in August. Let's get your story. Let's get your story. Virgo's in August. Woo. That one was like, I want to be heard. Oh, one more. We need one more. Flyer. Okay. Let's see. Virgo's in August. Saturn in Scorpio. It's a Scorpio moon. Intensity. Think smart. What you do is under the spotlight right now. All right, make the right moves. Uranus in Libra. Diplomacy. A time where balance and harmony can be lost to the unexpected. Okay. So that goes with the think smart. And that tower, the unexpected, see the lightning bolt? See the lightning bolt? Okay. So this tower might be hitting you hard, but it always hits you to progress you, to get you on the right path. Yep, to get you to make a decision. Get you to make a decision about your heart, where you want to go. What journey does your heart lead you to do? Okay? Are you ready to be vulnerable because you have conviction about your feelings? Are you ready to make a decision and decide against, like, to get things flowing again? Have you been stagnant? Have you been stuck in a karmic situation? And you need to call it that, because you are very connected and you are very protective of your heart, and you know what it's calling you to do. But this night, he moves a little quick, but he's very authentic, okay? Whenever you're authentic, you can come up against a lot of backlash. Whenever you're like that, you might be put out in the cold because people want, it's like, not that they want a follower, but they want someone who agrees with them. But sometimes you just need to agree with yourself to find your right people, to level up, to get in the world you belong. So this spark is going to be in your heart space. But you better be strategic, okay? Don't be foolish. Be smart about it. Make the judgment calls. Don't let other people make them for you. You make the call before other people can make it. Virgo's in September. Virgo's in September. What do we have for you? Virgo's in September. Oh, one more. Ooh, two more, okay. Ooh, Virgo's in September. Look at you with the Magician coming out. Let's see what your stars say. Venus in Capricorn, determination. The ways of the past may still win over a reluctant heart. Okay. The ways of the past may still win over a reluctant heart. Saturn in Sagittarius. Truthfulness. Be aware of what you say, as the truth can often bite you back. Okay. Looks like Virgos are going to have to be smart right now. So is there something from the past you're wanting to go back to? Is there something from the past that worked for you that you can employ again with this tower? Because sometimes when you rebuild the tower, there are pieces from the past that you bring along, that you rebuild. Just in a better way, just, upgraded for what it is now. So you have the Three of Pentacles and you have the Three of Swords. You have the Magician, which I got all excited about. And you have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. And you have the Three of Cups. Okay, so you have three. So you have like too many people stirring your pot, okay? You're collaborating with more than one person. You have a broken heart here. There was a beginning you wanted to start, but it didn't. It didn't because there was a broken heart, right? But you have everything you need to start. You are the Magician, but what you need to start is coming out of this three-party stuff, coming out of considering too many opinions, not being happy, not being satisfied. You have the ability to create that. Conjure is a word for this. You have the ability to conjure up what you want to. But there's been a blockage. So do you have a blockage around this Magician energy? The fact that you really have whatever you need, or you have the ability to create something from nothing. You have that in you. It's just before you were almost collaborating with heartbreak, right? And so it couldn't lead to anything new. So maybe it's just where you collaborate, what you feel comfortable connecting with. Are you stuck? It's almost like if you, let's see, grow up in like an abusive household, you don't think it's weird to be abused. That's normal. That's a fight you're used to, right? So are you used to collaborating with that? And this would be sadness. This would be heartbreak. Are you used to like feeling that no matter what, there's pain? Possibly. And that's going to show up in your tower, in your shadow. Okay? But this, you have the tools. This is definitely, you have the tools. But be careful of what you let become truth, right? So don't adopt to someone else's truth. Don't let someone else's truth be your truth. If there's a ugly truth, yeah, you have to own it, but the truth always sets you free, right? Libra in September. Libra in September. Libra in September. One more. Okay, two more. This came out in two separate chunks, so we'll read it that way. Jupiter in Pisces, transcendence. It's a time to expand your spirit by rising above the mundane. Time. Oh, that's this right here. That's listening to this. Sensitivity. This is not a time to let insecurities affect your natural instincts. So, okay, when all that deep shadow stuff starts bubbling up and it's your insecurities, time to own them and be like, yeah, that's part of me. And what? King of Swords, yep. And Two of Wands. So not choosing a path, being bullied out of a path you wanted, being very judgmental, and it's causing you to not decide, being in limbo, right? And on the other side, we have Justice and we have the Empress. So there's no justice in what you wanted to grow. There's no, what you tried to grow didn't serve you. You couldn't get it off the ground, sort of energy. So this is weird because one, I'm reading Libra right now. These came out in two piles, and you have the Justice card, which is Libra, okay? And you have the Judge, which is, the King of Swords, which is a judge. So it's all about balance, and then it's all about getting on a journey. So it's going to hit on where you might have been less than fair. Is that with yourself possibly? Less than fair on maybe the work of a journey you've been on. Less than fair about how hard it was to create something. Don't let it make you insecure. It's just part of your journey. It's part of what you're learning from. Be prepared for that tower around that. Be prepared to rebuild it. If it collapses, it's going to be around those insecurities. So now Libra in October. Okay. Libra in October. Hey Libra, sorry. I ran out of space. Okay. Let's keep it going, keep it going. Libra in October. There we go. One more. Okay. Ooh, secrets out. Connection broken. Secrets out. Okay, this is definitely around love for you guys. Could be love having to do with a child. Fearlessness, a time to go for it, although consider others if you do. Diplomacy, a time when charm and beauty could go a long way. Okay, is there a conversation you need to have with a child or around children? Are secrets coming out about a past connection, like about a deep bond or something that you reminisce about, or something from the past is that you don't feel loved and you're finally getting honest about that? Or this is about like finding out a big lie. Okay? Be careful how that hits you with the Tower. Okay? Is there a piece of you where you're like, it doesn't matter to me? It doesn't matter. I'm fine. Where really it hurts a lot. That's okay. Go there with yourself. Why do you need to be so strong? Scorpio in October. Scorpio in October. Let's see. Scorpio in October. One more. Okay. Ooh, the Lovers. Scorpio. Scorpio in October. Sun in Scorpio for Scorpio in October. Intensity. You could be a little intense when trying to convince others. Jupiter in Aquarius. Individuality. Unique vision is best shared with those who do not have it. I think Gemini got the same too. Interesting, but that's coming up for you. And you know you Scorpios can be intense. Like that smoldery intenseness. Okay. There's a relationship to move on from. There is something that may have been a vice to you. And you just feel stuck in it. But you can get out of it. It's your choice to create the exit. and you have the power to do so. So this tower is going to hit around you not moving on or choosing to move on, but not like almost thinking you need someone. This has a little codependence tone to it. So why do you think you need someone? You have it all in you to move forward where you want to go, with truth in your heart, in your relationship. And that can be the relationship with yourself. Okay, Scorpio, November. November, Scorpios. And let's get your story. Okay, that came out quick. November, November, Scorpios. Pluto in Cancer, sensitivity. It's a time to protect and cherish that which you hold most dear, whether that's yourself or internally, externally. Mercury, truthfulness. Speak to the truth you know, not the truth you don't know. Okay? So this tower is going to hit you in some things you keep buried down that you really care about the most, but maybe you don't show it. Maybe you don't identify what you really care about the most. Like you pretend priority number 3 is your number 1, but really number 3 is your number 1. Or, you know what I'm saying? It's going to hit you in your priorities, in what you really care about. And you're going to have to own it, which is good because that's you. Let's see. Knave of Swords, coming across clear. Something about either being stuck in a third-party situation, not being single, choosing to be somebody's option, something that you watch, something you're going to come across really clearly and sharply about that. So if you know the truth about something and you're playing along to something that you know is not the truth, time to speak up about it because you need to feel right on the inside. It's about making the inside reflect on the outside. It's time to rebuild. And if you've been shoving it down for a while, keeping it away, keeping it in the dark, that tower, that's when the tower hits because you didn't choose to make the change. And it gets so uncomfortable that it's time to make the change. Okay, Saggies, I'm sorry. I ran out of space again. Oh, such a pain, all the technology side of all of this. Okay, Saggies. This deck is so huge. Let's get your reading. Saggies in November. Saggies in November. Saggies in November. About this tower, which is the energy of this full moon, which makes total sense because when you address the shadows, especially in Scorpio, where Scorpio's comfortable with that, you can really address them. And since a big old spotlight's being shined down on them, let's address them. Saggy November. 3 cards. Okay, Saggy. Mars in Aquarius, individuality. It's time to fight for the right of others as well as your own. And you know you have that fighting spirit, Sagittarius. Sun in Gemini, communication. So communication, a good time to speak out. Just keep it short and sweet, so no lecturing. Speak your piece. Get it out there, okay? What are you speaking your piece about? Okay, about relationships. This is coming in about relationships. Okay, so this is coming. So you have the 2 of Cups, the full reverse, the 9 of Wands, and the 8 of Swords. So you've been going against your will and your desire when it comes to relationships. So there's something not going your way in your relationship or in the past relationships that you're finally seeing the light on. So you often wear a mask, possibly. If you do wear a mask, that's that shadow self. Why are you wearing a mask? Why are you not being your true self? Do you feel like there wouldn't be a beginning if you were your true self? You're starting to break down your walls around that. Okay? And you're starting to defend your vision. Okay? So speak up for yourself. But this moon is going to bring that about, where you have to speak up for yourself and what you really feel. So Sagittarius in December. Sagittarius in December. Oh, wow. That card that flipped, it actually flew out. Okay. Right here. Sagittarius in December. You have Neptune in Aquarius, individuality. The higher ideals you have, the greater your results will be. You have Mercury in Cancer, sensitivity. If you feel the love, then it's time to share the love. So I hope you have a really good idea of what live is. Do you not speak to your high ideals of love? Do you kind of bring them down to somebody else's level? Do you want that big fuzzy kind of love, but you're like, that doesn't really exist because no one else believes in it? Something like that. So things are out of balance. Decisions are not made. And yeah, this is almost like a broken heart, not following your intuition, starting to get bitter. And possibly because you feel like something could be so great, but it's not. Or you feel you could be so great, but it's not. But you got two major arcanas here. And it's around balance, it's around healing, and it's about rebirth, okay? So it's about things not coming to what you want them to be or what you know they could be. So, yeah, it's time to share the love, to share, maybe share that you want things to be so big. Don't feel funny for what you want. Okay, Capricorn's in December. Capricorn's in December. Coming out of denial for sure. Well, hopefully, maybe that's what needs the light shined on it. Okay, individuality. Love is much better experience than objectively studied. Venus in Aquarius. Oh, that's perfect for Cappies too. Moon in Gemini. Communication, some reflection before you speak, before you speak or act is probably wise. So, have you been a little stringent in love area? In the way you express love? Do you think your emotions, not feel your emotions? Do you observe your relationships or like kind of play roles in relationships instead of being you and however you want to be? Love is much better experience than objectively studied. Also, if you are afraid to be in a relationship, that is another big thing here. And you just like kind of examine everybody's relationship and you're like, see, that's why I don't get in them. Everybody gets hurt or something like that. It's different. You're playing in yours. So time to move forward. Get out of denial. Get out of fear. And where you don't feel justified, or if you've been hurt a lot or something, move forward from that. Move forward from possible denial reasons of why all that happened. Okay? This can be owning your own part in it because maybe you weren't so vulnerable. Two of Swords is, yes, it's using intuition, but in the reverse, it speaks to more of the fear and not taking action and just letting whatever happens and be like, well, that's life. Okay? And Justice is, in reverse is clearly like either it was unjust, things were unjust, or no matter what you did, like you didn't get the same treatment back. But time to move forward in that. Time to take action in that. Time to use your intuition to get where you want in that. Trust your gut. Okay? But it looks like some true involvement and vulnerability needs to be had. And that's where this tower is going to come down on you. If you're like more of a robot, maybe a happy, healthy robot, but more of a robot than a human fluid emotion being, what do they say, complicated houseplant, right? Houseplant with emotions. Okay, Capricorns in January. Capricorns in January. Let's take that one. And that one. Capricorns in January. One more. A lot of clarity coming through. A lot of clarity with this moon. Everybody's getting the Eight of Swords. Okay. January Cappies. Pluto in Sagittarius. Your soul needs truthfulness. Impulsiveness can cause a fall. Tread carefully and wisely. Uranus in Virgo. Service. Make sure that your imaginative ideas are based on sound logic. So it sounds like you really need to tap into reality here, or the moon is going to hit where you kind of in that like not feet on the ground space. Are you living in the past? Are you living in the future? Something like that, okay? Eight of Swords, a belief you feel trapped in. And, okay, this is total entrapment. You got the Eight of Swords with the devil. Something you believe that you don't need to believe. Something you're proud of that you don't need to be part of, that you feel forced to be part of or believe or engage in. This can very much be following expectations of others, okay? Not being yourself. Yeah, not following your heart and not coming together, not adding that next piece, not collaborating where it feels to you because you're already tied or thinking something else. So you're starting to miss opportunities that are true to you because you're playing a part. This is very much playing a part. This is at work. This is in a relationship. This is all over. So you've bought into an idea that's not yours, that doesn't serve you. It probably serves others more than you, okay? It's not true to your heart. But if you're freaking out about it and this tower is hitting, don't be impulsive. Be careful. Observe it a little, okay? Yeah. And whatever you think up when this tower falls and you're like, oh my gosh, that tower is falling. Where am I falling? I'm going to build like this. Be like, oh wait, but I have these kind of bricks to build with. Do I need to get different bricks? That's a good one. Okay, Aquarius, January. January Aquarius. January Aquarius. January Aquarius. 3 cards. Okay. You got 4. January Aquarius. Let's bring all these over here. Venus in Pisces. Transcendence. It's a time to let the true romantic in you finally come out. 44. Venus in Scorpio. Intensity. If you truly love someone, be prepared to set them free. Okay, looks like a lot of heart space work for you, Aquarius, in January. What came out? Conflict. No message coming across. Okay, this is like something old and from the past you got to move on from. Stop working on it. Stop working from old tools in love. Stop working from pain. Stop working from, soulmate type connections. Like it doesn't feel this way or something. That's all going to get addressed. If you've had your heart in a box for a while, that tower's coming down around that box and you're going to have to open it and you're going to have to be like, okay, this is why it was lose-lose. This is why it wasn't like no communication ever happened. This is, could be around children. I didn't have kids with them, or when I was a kid, this happened. Something deep-rooted like that. But you never worked on it. You're going to have to work on it. What's this? Strength. Have the strength. All right. Aquarius in February. I feel for you, the last Aquarius. That's a lot. That's that deep heart space. You had a lot of heart space. Lots of vulnerability needed. Aquarius in February. Aquarius in February. No, flyers, please. Flyers, please. Flyers. Not flippers, flyers. Okay. Ooh, what are you heading off to, Aquarius? In February, do you realize what you want finally? Transcendence. If you've found your happy place, do take others there too. Okay. If you found your happy place, do take others there too. You got double transcendence. This is leveling up. This is not being left out. This is a journey of finding something. Time to escape the same old by rising above it all. Mars in Pisces and Sun in Pisces. Okay. And the story goes that living from fear or living in denial of something that's not serving you, you finally realize what you want. You finally realize you want to equal, you want to match, you want something full, right? And so now you're willing to get it, but thank goodness for you, you have all these lessons. So this is going to hit you, that where your happy space is. This is going to make you admit what you need in your happy space, who you need in your happy space. It is safe. If someone isn't safe to bring into your happy space, should they even be in your life? Okay? Be the Queen of Swords about it. Cut them out. If they try any shady anything, cut them out. But don't be too harsh, because you might need to get to know them a little. They might be on a journey. You might be on a journey. So you might still be learning. But the point is learn. That word keeps coming out. Learn. Aquarius in... No. Okay, we finished Aquarius. Pisces in February. This one especially for Pisces. Sun in Sagittarius. Truthfulness. The truth you seek is not always a good truth for others. Okay? Communication. Be receptive. Have ears to hear, then you'll hear. And what are you hearing? Something about being left out. You're not hearing that you're out of the loop. You're not understanding that you're not hearing something. You're not hearing like a consistent rejection or a consistent somebody wanting to help you, right? The other side, or you're missing something. Something you need is right there and you're just not hearing that it's there. What's the story? One more. The Hermit. Yep, being true to yourself. Being true to yourself. Are you being true to yourself? Have you even checked in with your heart? Have you even checked on in your journey of love? Where it came from? Why you went on the journey you did? This is kind of journey of self-love. Why you feel the way about yourself that you do. Have you sought that truth? Might it hurt others? I don't know, but you need it. It's truth to you. Have the ears to hear, be receptive, and then you'll hear of why you formed the way you formed, like in your heart space. Specifically in your journey of love. How you pursue love, right? How it's an active role in your life. Pisces in March. Pisces in March. Flyers, not flippers. Pisces in March. 3 cards. Okay, there we go. Pisces in March. Sun in Gemini. Communication. A good time to speak out. Just keep it short and sweet. Venus in Aries. Fearlessness. Not a time for the faint-hearted when it comes to love. Okay, some big moves. Also, this tower might be falling around you in the space of love, in your heart space. What are you holding on to when it comes to family? What would you want to create? How would you want to change things? What long-term family beliefs or ways of being or habits do you have that you could recreate that don't exactly fit you? Okay? that tower is going to fall and make you question your interaction with family, what you keep, what you want to let go, what you haven't let go, what you haven't kept on to, all of that. But just, if you're going to communicate about it, keep it short and sweet. And be prepared, because your heart's going to be very activated. Things are going to happen in your heart space, okay? But hey, that way you cross that tower. You can start rebuilding once you know. Once you know what you need to build, why that old tower has to collapse. There's a lot of freedom in truth. Just got to make it through. All right, everybody. I know this was a tower read on a full moon in Scorpio, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. And I'll see you in the next reading. Take care. Bye-bye.